Let's move up back to East Africa, where the government of Rwanda today rolled out the 3-day Africa Development Forum in Kigali. The summit was focused on the sharing of ideas and goals, as well as the financing opportunities for intra-Africa trade. Here is an excerpt from one of the opening plenaries.
The challenge has been this. In the same way that we have seen fragmentation in the area of trade in goods, we also see digital fragmentation. So as much as we may say, here's a one-stop border post, the officials from 2 or 3 different countries are sitting physically in one room, but the paperwork is still a mountain of paperwork for them manually. So how do we overcome this issue of interoperability of customs systems, as an example? How do we make sure that as our goods are transiting through borders, that a digital system is able to make sure that that transit is efficient and is cost effective? We have seen this by the way, in this region, in East Africa. Trademark Africa arranged for me 3 years ago, to visit the port of Mombasa. They told me that you can digitally track goods that are coming from South Sudan, from Uganda, coming into the port or out of the port. So you know digitally in real time the volume of trade that is expected for a particular day. They also told me something interesting, that in 15 years ago, for goods to transit from the port of Mombasa to Rwanda, it took 15 days. Now, and 15 days and 27 stamps. They told me that today it takes 1 stamp and 3 days for goods to transit from Mombasa to the port to Rwanda, Kigali, and that is in a time frame of less than 10 years. So we do know that there are success stories when we deploy digital technologies. The AfCFTA protocol, the intention is to consolidate all of that and to create a single digital market, something that has not happened before. And we are building on what His Excellency the Prime Minister mentioned on the African Union's digital transformation strategy. The protocol is legally binding. It includes payments, so interoperability of payment systems, a seamless, cost-effective payment system, movement, transferability of data across countries to the extent that the data does not impact on national security. It establishes an environment for investing in digital public infrastructure. It also has provisions on data privacy and the protection of personal data. And most importantly, for me personally, as an African, it has a very, very strong focus on small, medium enterprises and how small, medium enterprises can benefit from Africa's digital economy, which the International Finance Corporation estimates that by the year 2035, Africa's digital economy will be over $700 billion.
We have done very well as a region. We have deployed tools, we have systems, we have connectivity. The region is working well together. However, I have visited a number of border posts, and for me, the discussion is not in the rooms here. It is the reality on the ground. And I want to ask maybe in the audience, how many of you have been to a border post between Uganda and the Republic of South Sudan? Who has been to that border post, Nimule and Elegu? Okay, I see a few hands around the room. including PS, of course. And how many of you have been at a border post between Uganda and the Republic of Kenya? Many of you have. It's a stark contrast. If you visit the border between the Republic of Uganda and the Republic of South Sudan, and the Republic of Uganda and the Republic of Kenya. One, because the EAC region has a very varied environment in terms of technology, in terms of the ability to be able to use these digital solutions. So I don't want us to put emphasis on what is working well, and I think part of the conversation here is what can we do differently? Yeah. What more do we need to do as a region so that we are bringing everybody and we are moving as a community? The electronic, single windows, they were meant primarily to be integrated so that we are not speaking about the Rwanda single window and the Uganda single window and the Tanzania, that all of these are a single window for the region. The electronic cargo tracking system that starts from the port of Dar es Salaam, there's one that starts from the United Republic of Tanzania, and then there's another that goes along the northern corridor. These were meant to be integrated, and they're yet to be integrated. So from the ESC, what we're looking at now is business process re-engineering. Okay. These tools have worked, and they have worked for a number of years. We need to rethink. How can we deliver better efficiency? I am not proud to say 4 days is good enough. It can be better. We can have even less time for goods to move from the port of Mombasa to Bujumbura in less than 5 days. It can be possible. What do we need? We need a corridor, and that's what we just heard from Secretary General.
How can governments invest in digital progress? Can we leave it all to the private sector?
Even our policy and regulatory environment is fragmented.
Yes.
Okay. I think we shouldn't say that policy space is there, a regulation is there, so we can go and implement it. But when you think about Africa as a continent, I think it's hugely fragmented, and we need to address that issue properly.
Sure.
And I want to focus, all what we are doing today is, if there is no political commitment and political action, I think we cannot make this to happen. There is a difference, huge difference that you see even in East African countries. You mentioned South Sudan vis-a-vis Tanzania or Kenya or Uganda, but all this is a difference in the leadership. So I think the whole thing is we need to have a coherent leadership in the continent, and also as a building block in the regions. So if you see like supportive legal and regulatory landscape, I think it's not still complete, and we need to harmonize that and understand that properly. So that leadership is very essential. When it comes to confidence building, digital trading needs a confidence to be built. And that confidence can come only if there is a working, proper regulations, including the data governance, which is in a proper way. Otherwise, it's a wishful thinking that people will trade within the digital platforms. We are technically making them happen. So I think this is something which we have to take it seriously. Secondly, we must make, this is also political, we must make digital trade and digitalization to be more inclusive. Africa, 70-80% of the trade is taken by small and micro companies, enterprises. And if we don't include these guys and try to work only with medium and large scale, it is not Africa.
Sure.
It's something different.
If we don't have standards and protocol, we are all singing from different hymn sheets. We need all to sing from the same hymn sheet, or else we have, what kind of orchestra you will get. And this is actually paving the way for us to build on the right direction.
Okay.
And if I look at your first question when we started the session, when you asked people to raise their hands and everybody was reluctantly raising their hand. Either they don't believe we've done well or don't even believe we'll do well. So, and I see there are three main areas we need to really think about to change this future, and banks can help and countries can help. One, we need to occupy white spaces as Africa, because there are areas that are there that we can grow in. Second, we need to collaborate more, and I'll explain them. And third, we need to find a way to create internal investments through our African wealth in our Africa digital future. And I'll link this to what we're trying to do. The white spaces, I'll explain a bit before I go to what we're trying to do. The white space, I remember 9 years back, I was launching the first Islamic trade finance blockchain. It was very trendy at this time. Everybody expected blockchain